The family of Maddy Lawrence have every reason to be disappointed with the NHS and with the system, and Maddy Maddy has been seriously let down, and the identification of sepsis, I think, is difficult. But the fact that there were 16 hours where observations were not made is simply shocking, and we have to ask, how could this happen? How could we end up with a situation where a hospital was so dilatory, so casual? Maddy herself was saying that her pain wasn't taken seriously. Her parents say they trusted the system, and that her death was a result of lack of care, a gross failure to provide adequate care. And we can say, oh, this is just one exception to the rule, but it doesn't seem to be an exception to the rule. This seems to be the rule, that hospital care is fraught with casualness and a lack of resources. And what do we do beyond apologise? What do we do? The family have set up a charity to encourage girls to play rugby. But I think what we need to do, the lesson we need to learn from this, is that our NHS and our hospital care needs to be improved. And it's not about, this isn't about the support of doctors and nurses. It's about simply doing the routine things. It's about bureaucracy. How can bureaucracy not have noticed that there were 16 hours unaccounted for? That is the job of paperwork, to say, where are these records? And if somebody isn't on duty, if somebody isn't, if a ward isn't covered, it should be there in the paperwork. And this is the problem. Our paperwork and our good care by the staff, by the doctors and nurses, the two things don't join together. And what is the point of having so many highly paid bureaucrats if time and again we find that the bureaucracy doesn't work? In my own case, I gave specific information twice. The two times I was in hospital, I gave specific information about my own condition. Both times it was ignored, and both times I was in a critical condition because it was ignored. On the second occasion, I was assured it was taken seriously, and I was assured that the haematology people were talking to the Churchill Hospital in Oxford. They weren't. There's an arrogance and arrogance, condescension, and an assumption that things are being done when they're not. And it is the job of bureaucrats to ensure that what is agreed is done, what is put on the paper is followed through. We have a lot to learn.